Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I hope you are fine. I'm good too. So let's move on. Today we are having the 10th session and I brought you a very important topic today. Very important. How to improve reading skill. As you know that in any language we have different areas which we can improve, including listening, speaking, reading and writing. Every aspect is very important at its own space. It has very importance. Let's move on and we will learn how to read or how to improve our reading skills. As many philosophers and the teachers, professors believe that if you want to be a good writer, you should be or you need to be a good reader. Reading leads to writing and listening leads to speaking. I beg your pardon. So it is very important to be a good reader or be good at reading. So let's move on. I have divided it, split it so that it is easier to understand for you. We will go in 3 steps. What we have to do before reading. Like when we start reading, what we have to do before, like planning or preparation. Second, while reading. While reading means when you are doing reading, and in between when you are doing reading, what you have to do. Last but not the least, after reading, like after completing your reading, what you were reading before or what you were reading a while, what you have to do. So some things you have to do before, something during, like during the reading, and some things at the end of the reading, after finishing the reading. So let's move on. Before reading, what do you have to do? It is very important. Okay, so the first point is set goals. Remember, whenever you want to do anything, especially reading, you have to have some goals in your mind, like why I am reading. Am I reading for just passing the time, or I have to answer some questions or to get some knowledge or information? So when you will have goal in your mind, it will be easier for you. It will be beneficial for you when you will read. So before you start reading, you have to have some idea, some planning, some goals in your mind, like what I have to do. Second, be relaxed, mentally and physically. It is very important. It is very, very important. When you are going to read something, before that you need to be relaxed. Mentally means your mind should be present. You should not be thinking about something else, about your school work, about your tensions, your responsibilities, or there are many things what dwell in our mind. So for a while, for some period, try to take it aside. Don't think about that. You have to be present mentally when you read. If you will be present mentally, it will be very effective, very useful, very beneficial. Physically, it sometimes happens that we get fresh first. Okay, you don't need to get to stand and do something. Okay, or you just something itching you, like your dress, or sometimes you are feeling uncomfortable. Or the place where you are sitting, your room or your dining table. Sometimes people just read in the dining table, on the dining table as well. Your living room, or like in the park, wherever. You need to be relaxed. Your physical environment should be relaxed. No one should disturb you. Okay? So it is very important, because if someone will disturb you, you cannot focus. The next important part. Keep necessary things closer to you. Yes, it is very important. When you are reading, so you should not disturb yourself by standing, by going somewhere else, or by closing it and doing some other work. No. Necessary things means like if you want to highlight, so you need a highlighter, you need a pen, pencil, eraser, or a ruler, scale. Alright, anything like you are working with, you're necessary. Okay, you need some people, like while I read, I need something to eat, because eating really something really gives me motivation. So you can keep your the jug of water, or you can keep some snacks with you, or sometimes you can have some cookies. So anything. Okay, so keep it with you so that you don't need to stand, otherwise you will be disturbed during reading. Okay, so very important. Last but not the least, don't be distracted. As I discussed above, there are different sort of distractions, like someone calls you, okay, especially nowadays our mobile phone. So during the reading we have some messages, text messages, or we get WhatsApp notification. We have messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, or Insta. There are different apps what we use, and the mobile is a really like a great source of distraction. So I would say keep it aside, or keep it at silent, or don't keep the front screen down, like it should not distract you. If you want to have a focused reading, it's better to switch off. If you cannot switch off, at least silent it. And other things like your pet, or sometimes our siblings, like our children at home really disturb us. So try to get yourself away from them the period while you're writing, for 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Keep yourself, get yourself out of there, so that you could, so that they could not disturb you, or you don't get distracted. So these are the steps what you have to follow, what you have to do before reading. Okay, now let's come towards while reading. Means when you have started reading, what you have to do between, like when you're reading. So while reading, पर the reading के दौरान आपने क्या करना है? When you read, it is very important. It is very important. Your body position. There are different body positions when people read. I will try to be really concise. I will try to clear it very simply. Sometimes when you read, you keep your eyes to your book very far. It is very far from you. Like you are reading it and your eye is very far from it. Then you just try to see what is that. Like you have some glasses, if you wear glasses, so you have to focus it out. Okay. Second, you keep it too close. It really, it really disturbs, or it is really dangerous for your eyesight. Okay. So neither keep it too far, nor very close. Keep it normal and average. I read somewhere that the ideal position for reading, skipping the text, is like when you just at your office place, or you just watch your TV. So normally we have the screen at our eye balance, like it is in contact of your eyes. Okay, and you just read it like your every word is clear. Neither it is too small for you, neither it is too long for you, or too big for you. I beg your pardon. Okay, so I mean to say that keep it at a normal distance. Okay, normal distance. And second, when you just keep it distance, your position, like sometimes the book is very down, sometimes very far, so it really disturbs. Keep it balanced with your eyes, or like this, so then your neck does not pain. Sometimes when I read, when I just sit on my table, so it really pains me, like for more than, if I just sit more than 1 hour, it really pains. So because why? Because our body posture, it changes our bone here, our neck, it really disturbs. So don't mold it, or don't just bend it, or don't do it like that. Just keep it at balance, like your neck is straight. Okay, or bit bend. Okay, fine. So I guess you got it. It is very important. If you will just keep it in practice, it will really help you out. Next, okay, focus, no poor concentration. Yeah, as I discussed before, during reading you have to be focused. Like you have to you should try to understand what the writer want to say, or what the material, what the passage, what the paragraph mean. Try to focus yourself. Don't get No poor concentration, like we just say, all right, and I'm not getting it. No, try to focus. If you're not getting it at the first time, no problem. Be concentrated, you will get it the next time. Okay, focus is very important. Next but not the least, next, vary your speed. It is not V-E-R-Y, it is V-A-R-Y. Vary means change. It is normally sometimes people want their speed to increase. Remember, there are different speed levels reading different books. There are different categories of books. Sometimes people read. It can be storybooks or novels or our course books. So they are different. You have to vary your speed. You cannot go very fast, very quickly, or not very slow. It depends on your level of understanding. If you understand the book really easily, go it quickly. If you are not able to understand, like you are not getting it, what's that? I don't get it. Slow down your speed and go slowly. Fine? Okay. One more thing about speed. When you read your material, your stuff, you have to vary your speed according to the important and unimportant writing or unimportant lines. If something is unimportant, like you think that it's okay, fine, so you just go it quickly. And when something important, like any figure, any important part, so just go it slowly. Okay, read again, fine. Important part slow and unimportant part go quickly. Second last, highlight. Yeah, it is very important or very significant for us. Very nice thing. Keep a highlighter with you. It is a habit of many people. When they just read and they have some important line or important point, they highlight it, or you can underline it as well. Some people also circle it, so I will recommend you highlight it. Fine. So it will when you will redo it, when you will reread, you will be able to understand, like this line is very important for us, or you can just take down the notes later on. Last but not the least, read silently. There are different manners of reading. You just speak aloud, like with your voice. I'm doing this, I just saw that, and I was watching the video, like whatever the stuff, you are speaking loud. Your voice, you can hear your voice. And sometimes people speak without voice, with their eyeballs, like eyeballs. So there are different manners. If you are at initial stage, I would say speak loud so that you could hear yourself. And when you are habitual of reading and you want, sometimes it distracts as well your voice, so it's try to go silently. And it's my personal experience, silent reading is more effective than loud reading. Okay, so if you are at beginning stage, you are starting, so go loud. And if you have done it 2 or 3 times, go silent. It will help you out. Alright, so before and while. Now it's time for after reading. Very important. It is the real part. All the steps are important, but it is basically your output. After reading, what you have to do, very important thing, very first question, ask question to yourself. If you have read, after reading, ask yourself question, like whatever I read a stuff, a page, a book, or essay, or paragraph. You can say, you can ask yourself question, who was a writer, who was the hero, who did this, who was killed. Like you ask question yourself, the characters, like who were who and who were who. Fine. Next, how? Like how did it happen? Like how did he do that? How did she do that? How, where, when? Kya, kyun, kaise? Ask yourself question. That what you read about. What you read about, ask yourself question. By that you will know how much did you get, how much did you pick. Next, take notes. It's very important, especially for the students who study their books, their course book, their stuff, their syllabus. Reading different book, history, geography, biology, or any book, any stuff. When you go reading, you just highlight it, and after highlighting, just take down or write down all the main points. Take notes. because these points are very important, and these are the answers of your questions. So it is very important. Last but not the least, if you want to remember it, or if you want to keep it longer with you, I do it, it's my practice, I share it with others. Share what you read. Whatever I read, I normally read some religious books, or I just read some newspaper articles, I read some blogs. So whatever I read and whatever I understand, I share with my friends, my family, so that it helps me to keep in my mind, or it's helped me to memorize it or remember it. Okay, so especially for students who are doing with their course, their class stuff, it's very important to share with your classmates, like I read this and I read this. It will help you as well, and it will help your classmates as well. So these are the steps that you have to follow to improve your reading. Now the question is, why do we improve our reading? So here are some advantages of improved reading. I'll go quickly. Number one, it saves time. If you will do reading, if you have no reading skill, you will waste your time, you will have more time. But if you improve your reading skill, it will save you time. Improves our language skills, especially when we are learning English, and if you read many things, many books, so it will improve our language skill, we will learn many things. Improves our speed of understanding. You start when you read in beginning, in starting, you feel difficulty, you don't understand, but as you go ahead, as you move on, it helps you understand, and you understand quickly. Your speed improves, improves our vocabulary. It's very important for language learners. Vocabulary, how do we get vocabulary? We normally memorize it, but when we read it, we literally we get many vocabularies, many new words, and we just come to know, and we just keep reading, we just improve our reading. If you want to improve your vocabulary, because vocabulary is very important, we know that. So you have to, vocabulary means what's meaning, like English to Urdu, there are different words in your language. So there are different words in other language as well. So you have to know it, you should know it, then you can speak. So reading improves your vocabulary. Last but not the least, increase our knowledge. Of course, the more you read, the more knowledge you get. जितना पढ़ेंगे उतना ज़्यादा आपको knowledge मिलेगी. So for knowledge, you have different resources, you have different things you can do, but reading is a great source of getting knowledge. So here we just complete our topic, improving reading skill. I got you. I guess you have got it, and I hope you have understood this. I believe that you will try to adopt these steps to improve your reading. Last but not least, assignments. Assignment number 1, you have to listen the audio clip, practice and dictate. I will share, as usual, I share it with you. So I will share a clip with you, listen, practice speaking, and then write. I will share the transcript and share me the mistakes what you made. Last but not the least, second, read the material and answer the questions. What you have to do, reading. I will share one reading page worksheet with you. You will read it. There's a different topic. When you will get it, you will see the topic. Read it, and there are some questions. There are 3 questions. So you have to answer. The questions are MCQs based, true, false based. So practice reading, enjoy learning. So it's enough for today's session. I hope you learned many things and you understood as well. If you have any question, do ask me in comment section. So thank you so much. Last but not the least, I have a humble request. If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it right now and hit the bell icon. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.